zone to Carolina. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in for another Chicago Bears preview. We're heading into week 5 of the NFL season, and the Chicago Bears sit at 2-2 on the year, and they are back home for back-to-back weeks. And this is the last time we'll be at home for a while due to the travel and the road and London and also the bye week. So this will be the last time the Bears will be at Soldier Field for a while, and they are going to host the Carolina Panthers, who sit in at 1-3. Of course, these two teams have a lot of history, whether it was the #1 overall pick trade after the 2022 seasons, DJ Moore, and some of the things that we got back. It's a lot of recent history between the two teams, and also we beat them last year on Thursday night at home, and we got them at home again. Are they going to win this year? What can we expect going into this ball game? We're going to go talk about all that within this video. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. First, we're going to talk about this Chicago Bears offense going up against the Carolina Panthers defense. Now, the Bears are coming off of a game against the Rams where they ran the football very successfully, and they're going up against one of the bottom-ranked run defenses in the NFL as the Panthers sit ranked 29th against the run. They are dead last as far as points given up. This Carolina Panthers defense just has not been good all year. And then we're talking about a Panthers defense that has a ton of injuries, whether it's DJ Warner, Shaq Thompson, Dane Jackson. You have Sean Tuttle, you have Paris, you have Josie Jewell, you have Nick Scott. You have a lot of guys for this Carolina Panthers defense hurt. And you're going up against the Bears offense who they have a little bit of issues, whether it's DeAndre Carter dealing with injury, Kmet dealing with injury, and Tevin Jenkins dealing with the rib injury that he suffered last week. We're talking about a Bears offense that finally got their run game going after the first 3 weeks. We were ineffective running the football. We've seen Roschon Johnson get a little bit more. We've seen a guy like DeAndre Swift have his best game so far in a Chicago Bears uniform. And we also seen the Bears did not throw the football as much. And I think in this type of ball game, they're going to try to utilize that same philosophy, especially going up against a team with a bunch of injuries defensively like the Panthers, a team that has not been able to stop the run. They've been kind of average against the pass, but this is a defense where the Bears can finally get some rhythm offensively if things are going right. If they're running the football correctly, setting up some of those play-action plays against the Carolina defense that, by frankly, just hasn't been playing very good football at all. The thing for Caleb Williams that I think should be key in this ball game is decision making. If he's able to read some of those defenses like we seen last week, and the Panthers do play a 3-4 defense, which is a little bit different than kind of what we're kind of used to seeing out of them, even though the Rams run a bit of a 3-4 in their defense, which I think could be beneficial that he's seeing some of those 3-4 schemes, those blitz schemes that come out of a 3-4, some of the zone coverage that can come out of a deep 4 defense. I think seeing that back-to-back weeks could be a big help to Caleb Williams as far as his decision-making, as far as reading things. And it does help that we have basically a healthier receiving core with Allen not being on the injured list, Odunze not being on the injured list, and DJ Moore. He had got nicked up last week, but he not being on the injury list. And Xavier Woods and J.C. Horn, every time I hear Xavier Woods, I think in wrestling. I'm not going to lie. If you guys are WWE fans, leave your thoughts in the comments. But every time I hear Xavier Woods, I think of wrestling. But anyway, it goes. J.C. Horn, when healthy, is a solid corner. Going up against this Bears wide receiving core, which I will be honest, has not been truly utilized. And DeAndre Carter has been a big part of some of the things that the Bears have done offensively. He's not able to go. I'm looking for Tyler Scott to finally get some run. I would love to see what he can do within this offense. Caleb Williams, we've seen him get better week after week, and especially going up against the Panthers defense that, very frankly, is just not a good defense. And that has also very hurt and banged up defense, the Bears have opportunities to take advantage of it, run the football, be physical up front, even though Tevin Jenkins is a bit hurt. I do like the things that we've seen from Pryor coming in, filling in last week. Nate Davis did play a little bit better last week, I'm not going to lie. He did play better than what we've seen from him. The center position still leaves a little bit to be questioned with Shelton. But if the Bears are able to be physical up front, DeAndre Swift starts to gain momentum and kind of bounce off of that game, I can see the Bears pound the rock continually to run the football, make things a bit easier against this Carolina defense, even though it is a hurt one. Make things just a bit easier against this defense. Set up some of those play actions. Be more aggressive in your play calling as far as Shane Waldron goes. It did get better later on in the game last week. And I'm looking for not only this offense as a unit to gain momentum, I'm looking for just the individuals as far as Odunze. I think he can have a better game against his secondary. Keenan Allen, I think, is going to be very key. Cole Kmet, if healthy and is playing, is going to be very key on some of those third down conversions as far as their route running and some of those safety net weapons. And the check down game, if the screen game is called correctly, especially, this is a copycat league, so I think the Panthers are going to try to blitz a little bit more to try to confuse Caleb Williams. If they call the screen game accurately, I think it's going to be a big help in this ball game to kind of set off some of that pressure, so you can do some of the things that Shane Waldron is going to do or should be doing, as in running the football very physically, rolling out Caleb, and setting up some of those play action plays. Today's video is brought to you by Cellular C4. This is a product that I personally used before I even decided to partner with them. And the first thing I got introduced to was the energy drinks by C4. This right here is a fruit punch flavor. They have many other flavors. They have popsicle flavors that just dropped. They have Skittles, Starburst, all the type of flavors that you want. To help you get started with your day, you can wake up in the morning before you start your day and drink you one of those. And also before you get that workout in, when it's workout day, you can take you some pre-workout to help you get the boost in your workout. All the products, 0 sugar, low calories. This is a great product to take you in your workouts and your journey on fitness to the next level. And I am happy to partner with a product that I was already using in my own personal life. And I will leave my code in the description below to save you guys 20% on your first purchase of C4, of their workouts. They even have muscle recovery to help boost after workouts. They have so many supplements and things to help you on your fitness journey, and you can get yours today in the description below. Click the link and use my code APW Sports to help you save 20%. And again, the links are in the description below, and use the code APW Sports to save you 20% on your purchase. Now, it is time to get back into the video. Now we're going to talk about the Chicago Bears defense that is going up against the Carolina Panthers offense led by former Bear quarterback Andy Dalton, that has been playing a lot better since he has been inserted into the lineup. You see this Carolina Panthers offense be a bit more explosive, put more points on the board. The last 2 weeks they played the Raiders and they played the Bengals, even though those two were just, at this point, they're nowhere near the defensive level, I think, the Chicago Bears. And we know the Bears defense is. Even though the Bears, they haven't been that particularly stout against the run, especially these last 2 weeks going up against Jonathan Taylor and Kyron Williams. So I do expect the Panthers to try to run the football against this Bears defense to see what they can do, whether it's Miles Sanders, whether it's Chuba Hubbard. I'm interested to see how the Bears adjust to try to stop the run, and the things that Dave Canales in the Carolina Panthers offense has been doing the past couple of weeks with the veteran like Andy Dalton that has come in and played some really solid football for them at the quarterback position. It does suck that Adam Thielen is on IR. He is the veteran that's kind of been a big part of their offense, even though he got hurt against the Raiders. He is one of those veterans that can be a game changer still, even at his elder age in football terms. Xavier Legette, Deontay Johnson, Jonathan Mingo, they are solid pieces. Tommy Tremble at the tight end position is okay. Offensive line, I'm not going to lie. To be honest, I don't think the Panthers have the best offensive line. I think if the Bears are able to get home with the way Sweat has been changing the game, Darrell Taylor has been a major pickup for this Bears defense. We've seen what Javon Dexter Sr. can do in the interior. He has been very good along with Billings. I like what Billings has done against the run. Dexter, I think he's been a little bit better against the pass as far as against the run. DeMarcus Walker has been solid. I'm interested to see if the Bears are able to get home with the front four. Are they going to blitz a little bit less because the front four is getting home against a not so great offensive line? Then you top of that, with Andy Dalton not really that much of a he's not that much of a moving quarterback, so he's a stationary guy in the pocket. He can move a little bit, but he's one of those guys when you start to knock him a little bit off of his spots, I think that is when you start to see the lesser version of Andy Dalton. And this Bears secondary, they have been playing some really, really, really tough football all season. I absolutely love what Eberflus and Eric Washington, the defensive coordinator, have been doing with Kyler Gordon at that nickel position, moving him, blitzing him, having him in coverage. I think he's having one hell of a season as far as nickelbacks go. Jaylon Johnson, I personally think he's the best corner in football. Then you have Stevenson, who's been playing solid, Byron and Brisker. I'm loving his linebacking core. Edwards, Edmunds, and the interchanging part that I've been seeing this defense doing as a Sanborn or Gordon, they have been tremendous in making different types of plays on this Bears defense. I do expect Carolina to try to run the football a little bit more based off the Bears, I'm not going to say inability, but the inconsistencies of this Bears defensively stopping the run. They've been very solid against the pass, even against the Matthew Stafford, who he did pick some holes in his zone coverage defense. Andy Dalton is a quarterback who can be capable of getting some of those holes in that zone defense corrected. I am looking for them to run the football because of the Bears. I am looking for Andy Dalton to try to not push the ball, but only so much down the field with the Bears playing those two safeties the way they play them. They have Brisker sometimes in the box, which I think we're probably going to see a little bit more if Carolina comes out and tries to be physical up front and run the football. I do expect the Bears to play better up front running the football, so I do expect that from this defense. I also expect the turnovers to happen, which have been key. Torrey Taylor has been setting this defense up tremendously. I do want to touch on that. The way that special teams has been doing and the way Torrey Taylor has punted, he was already named NFC Special Teams Player of the Week for the amazing game he had punting and the way he changed and been able to flip the field. That was another game changer last week against the Rams. So if they have that in this game with Torrey Taylor, I can think that could be a game changer against this Carolina offense that, even though it's been playing better, it's still, to me, in my opinion, a bottom-ranked offense. So I do expect that from the Bears. I do expect them to come out and try to be more physical to start the run. But with all that said, this game is going to go to... I'm picking the Chicago Bears at home, and I'm picking a score of 24-14. Number one, I don't think Carolina defensively has enough to stop the Bears on the run. We'd have too many injuries already on Carolina's defense. Then you're talking about a defense that's not very good against the run, which the Bears have been improving, especially last week running the football. I do expect the Bears to do that again. Then you're talking about the secondary outside of J.C. Horn and Woods haven't been great. And I do expect with all the receivers healthy, with the offensive line they played, I think they played particularly better last week, even though the numbers may not show it. And if Caleb Williams is able to not try to push the ball so much down the field, get those quick throws, get some completions, I think that can open up so much of this offense along with running the football, and I think they're going to try to do that, and I think they will do that and have some success with it. I think they're going to be efficient. I don't think they're going to turn the football over, and I do think this Bears defense is going to cause havoc, get some pressures, get some sacks, make things difficult, and create some turnovers that can be game-changing. And Torrey Taylor are flipping the field. I think all that it can happen, and that's why I'm picking the Bears to win, to improve to over 500 at 3-2 and win 24-14 in our last game at home for a while. But those are my thoughts. Make sure you guys leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to see what you guys think about this upcoming Bears contest, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.